Hi everyone, this is Nicole from Write at Home, and welcome to day number 4 of the National Craft Month celebration with Write at Home and friends. Today I'm joined by Carly T. of Hutson, and our challenge of the day is to try a new watercolor technique. If you're just joining me for the week, make sure to head to the description box below to head over to the blog for more information about how you can participate and be entered to win a $30 gift certificate to the Ellen Hutson shop. So let me show you what I created for today's challenge. So the new watercolor technique that Carly challenged me to use was to create a stencil and use it as a mask for your watercoloring. So the example that she sent me actually used a doily as a stencil, but we both decided that my seasonal wreath from my seasonal wreath die set would work perfectly instead. So in the beginning here I showed you some sticker paper that I just got at Staples. I had it on hand and I decided to try and see if it would work as a mask. So I die cut it, peeled off the backing, and then placed it on top of some watercolor paper. And it's very thin, so you have to be a little bit careful. I actually ripped mine, but was able to piece it back together and it worked perfectly. So now moving on to my watercoloring, I'm using some seafoam ink from Catherine Pooler Designs, and I'm just watering that down with my Nuvo water brush pen, and I'm going to brush that over the wreath, kind of concentrating it towards the center where that would be the most color, and then blending it out as much as I can around the watercolor piece. And I just love the way that this color looks when you water it down. It's the perfect muted spring blue. So once you're finished with your watercoloring, you'll want to bring this over to your heat tool and completely dry it so that the stencil is completely dry and easy to peel off. And once you've done that, you'll be able to see the beautiful wreath design that is left over. So I'm taking some additional watercolor pieces and I'm going to color them with some more Catherine Pooler inks. Here I'm using green tea, and out of this piece I will die cut some leaves from my wreath. Now I'm moving on to the It's a Girl color and coloring another strip of cardstock. This is a beautiful light spring pink that will work perfectly for some flower die cuts that I plan to use. And I did one layer of color, dried it, and then decided for my second layer to just pounce on some of the color and blend it out. And that way I get some variation in the color and a little bit of texture. And here's the dies that I plan to use, and they're included in that same seasonal wreath die set. Now that I have everything die cut, I'm just kind of playing around with the arrangement. And once I have an arrangement that I like, I'm going to use some Nuvo Deluxe liquid glue to glue everything down. Once everything was glued, I kind of fluffed up the edges of the flowers to add even more dimension to the wreath. Now I'm using some of the new Shea Butter color from Catherine Pooler Inks and spreading some onto another piece of watercolor paper, and I'm going to use this to die cut my sentiment. And the die cut that I'm using is, it reads Blessed, and it's from my Script Greetings die set. And at the same time that I die cut that one, I die cut 2 additional ones from just plain white cardstock. And I'm going to layer them all on top of each other with some liquid glue so that I create a dimensional die cut word. So before I glue that down to my card, I'm going to stamp the little finishing sentiment that goes with the Blessed, and that's included in my Script Greetings set, the stamp set, and it reads To Know You. So once everything is glued together, the sentiment will read, "Blessed to know you." And I can glue that die cut down now with the same liquid glue. So I can glue this panel down onto an A2 size card base, and then into the little flower centers I'm going to use some of the Nuvo Jewel Drops in Limoncello and just squeeze 3 little dots into the center. And these will add just a light yellow color that coordinates with the sentiment die cut perfectly. And that finishes my card for day 4. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to head to the description box below for a link over to the blog, where then you can find the link over to the Ellen Hutson blog to see their version of this challenge. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you back here for another video tomorrow.